Welcome to another episode of Wasabi Walnut. What's hard in my tummy? Wednesday. What's up, friends? This is low-tech health. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge for those who have not watched before. We are here to loosely explain health information in rant style, with many asides and some existential crises. I'm Brad Burns. I'm a registered nurse of 3 and 7/8 of a year. In July it'll be 4 years. 7/8, 10/12, 5/6. Yeah. And it's usually just me. Yesterday I had a lovely guest, Cassidy Vaughn. A couple days before this week or was it last week? I had my mother, Grandma Niece. In these episodes, maybe one or two little pieces of information you can glean from it, but basically I'd like to continue to just expose the public to what the health industry looks like, what we on the inside see and feel is normal, which is not. Mainly sticking a tube in every hole, and if you don't have a hole, finding a tube and sticking a hole in it? Making a hole and sticking a tube in it. I just woke up. Gotta work again tonight, 3 up, 3 down, off for a couple weeks, but I've already come back to diurnal day shift. I slept like 10 p.m. till about 9 a.m. this morning. Could have woken up earlier, but man, it's nice to sleep at night. Oh, wow. I gotta switch soon. I feel mentally I can take it, but like Wasabi Walnut, what's hurting my tummy? My body is telling me I like the day shift a lot better. I like waking up, seeing the sun and hearing the birds. You still hear the birds at night. They sound a little angrier. So in this episode of Wasabi Walnut, What's Hurting My Tummy, Wednesday, we will continue with a healthy constitution, explaining what is a constitution, what does that mean as far as our health. That means not only how well you heal when you get hurt, but how impervious your body is to danger, germs, bacteria, parasites, how willingly your body is ravaged by them. So I'd like to talk about bacteriostasis, or a state of being in a bacteriostatic place in your body, which you have a preponderance of bacteria. You're outnumbered 10-1 by bacteria from strep, staph, E. coli, Pseudomonas, maybe some Legionella. You are outnumbered in your gut, especially, but in your throat, basically any threshold, like your sinuses, your lymph nodes in your neck, your belly, any place where there's some danger that you might get infected, there's already been an infection. And that's just something that happens as you get older. You have strep throat, it goes away, and it doesn't really go away. You just don't have that immediate inflammatory response to it. So you're living with it. You have little strains of these bacteria living in your body at all times. And I am not the only one, but have posited the hypothesis, that your body doesn't pick up as many of these major diseases, which are from over-colonizing these bacteria, like getting an E. coli or a staph infection, like an infection in your skin. It's your natural bacteria has been overtaken by one strain, in particular one of the staph family, or C. diff, one we're familiar with in the hospital quite a bit. It's a Clostridium difficile bacteria that's alive in your colon all the time, but through broad spectrum antibiotic use and immunodeficiency, poor diet, malnutrition, this one bacteria can take over your gut, your colon, and make you shit fire. It smells like awful sweet milk, and you have a fever, you feel like malaise, just like the flu. All from not keeping all your buggies happy. So how do we do that? We continue to eat normal foods. Try to avoid eating processed foods on a high volume basis because they don't feed your buggies. You want to keep your buggies happy. Another thing, skin buggies. Don't overwash and over perfume because you're killing them. You're swiping them with disinfectants that honestly don't smell that great if you want to ask people around you. And for your throat, try not to use mouthwash. Honestly, brush your teeth, floss them. Hey, what? Hush, you okay? I wonder if... that wasn't annoying. I love dogs. That was a cute little bark. She's great to handle when she barks. But do dogs find other dogs annoying? They're like, look at this asshole over here. I know she does. This is a Australian poodle mix. It's a smug little motherfucker. She looks at other dogs, because she's an only dog. She doesn't have other dogs around her, so she's more like a human. She looks at the dog like, what's he doing? Is he licking himself? She catches herself doing dog shit too. But anyways, boost up your bacteria. Brush, floss. I wouldn't use mouthwash. They made up a word. Listerine used to be a floor cleaner. They made up a word, halitosis, to make you think your breath stunk. Speaking of stinking, you perfume addicts. These are main things you can do to keep your bacteria happy. So, in this episode of Wasabi Walnut, What's Hurting My Tummy Wednesday, I hope it's not a lack of fiber. Chew it up. Chew up the cud and keep those bugs smiling. Love you guys. See you Friday.